ASMR Coffin Radio.
Welcome to another exciting episode of Coffin Radio. I am Heartthrob Rob, and today we are talking about the new details that have emerged in Jon Jones' arrest in Las Vegas as he's getting his UFC Hall of Fame later that night. Him and his wife get into it, and Jon kind of just, I feel like he has these problems, man. He's can't stay out of his own way. He's his own worst enemy. Here you are getting involved in the Hall of Fame, and you're getting arrested that same night, with domestic violence, against your wife, or alleged. But according to Las Vegas police report, officers responded to domestic disturbance at Caesar's Palace, where a white female adult, later identified as Jon Jones' fiance, Jessie Moses, was bleeding from her nose and mouth. As Jones was being detained, he became irate and smashed his head into the hood of a Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department patrol vehicle. Dude, you're wilding out. And I feel like, you remember a couple years ago when they had that video of him and he's arguing with the cop about, just a speeding ticket? It's like, dude, why do you even care? Like, if a cop gives you a speeding ticket, like, you're Jon Jones, you got a lot of money, heaven forbid you pay this $300 ticket, like, if you are truly speeding. Oh, yep, thank you so much, officer, blah, blah, blah. Like, dude, call it a day. Why are you like, oh, what's your problem? And don't you have anything better? Dude, you'll never see court. All you have to do is pay a ticket online, or your lawyer will go for you. I'm sure you have on a retainer who doesn't give two flying fucks about a speeding ticket. Meanwhile, you're arguing with people and all this kind of stuff. But, him and his wife get into it, and he's been with his wife for 17 years. They have 3 children together. She said that they were arguing, but then at around 11:30, he went out with his friends. She was sleeping when Jones came back, and he was not very happy. When asked if he got into a physical with her, she said a little bit. She said that he touched the back of my head and pulled on me a little bit, but he didn't hit me or anything. She was just trying to leave the room, she says. Police then observed on her clothing a bump with dried up blood on the lower part of her lip as she was in a physical altercation, and she said that her lips were really, really, really dry. Here she is covering for you, They said that, for just having dry lips, she had blood around her lips, chin, and all over her sweatshirt, along with a swollen lower lip, with officers stating that she seemed very scared to even talk about Jones. It's sad, Here it says that, the initial call to police came from Moses, was sent to security desk at the hotel asking for another key, and that's when somebody noticed she had blood on her, and one of her children said, "Can you please call the cops?" That's sad, man, when even your kids got to know this. And obviously, Jon Jones was in the UFC Hall of Fame being inducted that night, and they got into a fight because, he took $10,000 out to go to the strip club. I don't know if that's exactly what they were fighting about, but he said, like, he came back and he was not in a good mood because of that, because of the prior argument, But yeah, while he's getting arrested, he always still tells the cops too, like, oh, I wonder what would happen if it was just me against all of you guys without the guns and shit, or whatever, It's like, dude, just chill. Like, it's your night. Like, all you gotta do is relax. You're all gonna make the papers. Just try and relax. You're getting arrested. You're spending one night in the bullpen. You're getting bailed out that morning. Heaven forbid you gotta stay in jail 6 to 8 hours. I know you don't want to do 1 fucking second in jail, right? But you're a public figure. All this is gonna come out. There's something allegedly happening between you and your wife here. Let's just try and calm that fire down, because you knew it was going to come out. I feel like things would be more lenient on you if it was just like Jon Jones speeding ticket or whatever has to go to jail, or Jon Jones DUI, I guess, but super chill about it, just goes right to jail. But when you hear about mouthing off and doing this and doing that, it's like, dude, what point are you going to learn your lesson? If it's not this, it's crashing into a pregnant woman, and not really helping, getting caught for coke, whatever it might be. And it's like, dude, you're my age, you're 34 right now. You could be winding down your career as little as possible, where things are just coming to an end, and you could sit behind the desk at UFC just coasting your career from 35 to 36, and work for the next 10 years just sitting down and commentating about a sport you love, and been coasting set for life. Meanwhile, here you are at 34 years old, still making headlines for things that aren't fighting related. They're you and your chick, their problems at home. Maybe it's a midlife crisis, but man, you just gotta chill that out. And he said that, he's gonna stop drinking, but I hope this is a wake-up call, because this guy could have easily been the GOAT, you know? I think people love GSP, right? I think people really love and revere him. Anderson Silva gets a lot of love, and these guys really don't make headlines for this kind of stuff. And I feel like John Jones was more beloved than both of them, but I think in the end he's really tripped over his own feet a lot. You know, it's always him against him. It's always him something. And I just feel like if you just took a breather and kind of maybe left all the hoopla of Vegas away from you, I think maybe your life would be a lot better. He needs to just take responsibility for what's going on and can't be in the headlines for this anymore, because brands and sponsorship are going to want to stay away from you. They're not going to want to be near this. But that's my opinion. That's what I think. Let me know what you guys think. We'll talk about it in the comments. Make sure you like, subscribe. And if you like what you're watching, then hop in the coffin. Follow us on social media at Coffin Radio. Coffin is spelled with a K. And that's all for today.
ASMR Coffin Radio.